Jaipur Literature Fest 2022, and we have with us Shivani Sibal. Her debut, the novel Equations. How does it finally feel to come out with your book? Finally, right? For the first timer, it's always, I think, yaar chalo ho gaya.
So there are two parts to this. One is finally coming out with my book, which was during the pandemic, it was last year. So it didn't feel as real as it does now. To be sitting here to speak with a live audience, this is what makes it real. I'm really happy to be here.
Shivani, your book Equations actually, it is a very, it's 80s, from 80s, these two characters, one is really rich, one is probably not that great when it comes to the financial background. It's about class.
Yes.
It sounds like a Bollywood, classic Bollywood plot. I come from a privileged background probably.
Yes.
So how do you, go about connecting with a particular character who's not probably from your environment, probably from a different financial background? Is it tough?
I would say that the starting point I had is that all human beings have similar desires and wants and needs. So, for example, the desire for recognition, the desire for advancement, the desire for one's children to do better is universal. So there is a tendency in everybody to otherize someone who they don't know well, to not imagine that they have the same range of emotions as we did or do. So what I did or do in my writing is I try and think of the other person as exactly like me in their inner life. There's no difference, right? It's circumstance that's different, but everybody wants somewhere the same things.
One thing which happens with creative people, and I would probably call myself a bit creative, there are times when you just want to give up. Like, ki ho gaya yaar. I mean, why am I doing this?
Yes.
Like, whom am I pleasing? Am I pleasing the world or myself, my family? Why should I be doing this? Kya aise moments the aapke saath?
So, it's a very lonely thing to write a book, especially like when I first started writing, I was so underconfident, I didn't think I'd finish the book. So I actually did not tell anyone I'm writing the book to save myself the humiliation. कि इसने बोला ये book लिख रही थी क्या हुआ बेटा कब हुआ it's too humiliating. So yes, I think that the creative process is something isolating but ultimately fulfilling. And actually one of the publishers here told me, one of the major publishers, that she doesn't know why people write.
So the moments when you used to get writer's block or any kind of creative block, what was helping you out, and was there something that you used to do ki nahi yaar, this works for me and I get into the zone?
I'm the most distracted person you'll ever meet. Okay, I'm basically, even if I look at someone I can't write. This is very inconvenient. But what I did do is I set a target for myself, a very small one, of 200 words a day. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I said, Joho, you have to write 200 words a day and you cannot carry it over to the next day. Today I wrote 400, so kal chutti. No. And ideas flow from hard work. You have to sit there and do some bad writing for the good writing to come. So you can't be lazy and say, well, today I don't feel like it. You just have to sit there and do it. There's no way around the hard work.
Does it also matter where you are in your life? This is a very weird question because the age is such a big thing, right? Ki, I'm 25, should I be writing now? Or I'm 60, should I be writing now? What do you think about the age and this particular scenario? Because these are very normal questions on anybody's head who's doing any creative process.
I thought of this book when I was 26, which was in 2006. I'm 41 now. I didn't write a word for 10 years. Nothing, because I just was busy with other things in my life and I just didn't get down to it. And when I got down to it, it was actually the perfect time because I had changed from my 20s to my 30s. I had matured. India had changed. So what seemed impossible in 2006 was plausible in 2021. So I think the time to write is when you get down to it and you do it. Don't make any excuses. When you're ready, write. You may discard 50% of what you write, but you will learn something from it.
Shivani, Equations, first book. I believe that every creative person, writer, artist, painter, singer, composer, they're like a sponge, right?
Yes.
So when you're going through life, you keep on absorbing around you. And the biggest problem I have had with my friends who are creatives or personally is, am I being inspired? Is it gonna be original? Are there influences in here? Are people gonna call me out ki, oh, this song sounds like chord progression from that song? So what is your take on inspiration? Bit A. B, is it okay to add inspirations to your work?
In the depth of human experience, like there is indefinite amounts of music, infinite amounts of music, there's infinite amounts of nuance to human experience. So we are all influenced by each other. I mean, are we writing a book in a vacuum? No. And I think these influences help creativity, they help our own work grow, and they help the body of work everywhere grow. So by all means, be inspired, but bring yourself in the book. Like, be yourself. Don't be embarrassed as to what your chachi will think and this one will think. And, does this sound like I'm cool, I'm woke? No. Be real. I think that's the only thing that matters.
So as Shivani also said during her session at Jaipur Literature Fest, if you're getting your flight or catching your flight from Delhi to Bombay, 2 hours,
Yes.
Equations is exactly what you need in your hand, right, Shivani?
I can't disagree with that. What's not to like, right?
Alright, so that is Shivani Sibal,
you.
first book, Equations. Go out, buy it. You can order it online. Everything is online these days. This is Red FM. Red FM bajate raho. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.